Good morning, everyone. I would say go out and enjoy the day, but it's a bit shit in it. The weather outside, cold, wet, miserable. So why not watch a film? I watched Iboy on Netflix. It's a sci-fi crime drama. It's about a young teenager, and he gets shot in the head, but he's got a cell phone in his head. He gets bits of phone stuck in his brain, and it gives him superpowers, like hacking and robbing banks and fighting crime. The main theme is it's like good versus evil crime drama. The main story is the girl he fancies because they're just about to leave school. It's based around two main characters, which is Lucy and Tom. It's like a school romancy kind of thing. But then in that mix, she's surrounded by all the criminals, like drug dealing, the ghetto, because it's based in London, this ghetto lifestyle. And the they're both teenagers, but it's not like Twilight, it's all like moody and stuff like that. It's nothing like that. So the concept's absolutely brilliant. It can like hack into phones, and the special effects are brilliant as well because you can see everything that's digital, and you see that for yourself. The I think the film lasts for about an hour and a half, but I think they could have done the film for a good do it in an hour. Some the script was a bit flat in places. I think the most convincing performance was from Macy Williams, who stars as Arya Stark in Game of Thrones. And that was more towards the end. Actual Tom, pretty, he's basically he could be an anyone. He's anonymous. They have like props like his nan, and find out a bit about his mum who and he had a broken childhood background, and the grandma brought him up as best as she can. Blah blah blah. We get that. The the criminals, the gangs, they're a bit stereotyped, cliche, what I mean, fam, and all that stuff. But the villain, he said a couple of decent lines. But what kept me glued to this was the idea, this new superhero, 21st century high tech, and he's trying to save his community from this drug dealing kind of environment and make life better for everyone. But it kind of backfires. The community starts rebelling against him, and then he works his way up the crime tree. And I won't say what happens in the end, but brilliant, brilliant camera work, great establishing shots. Steady cams were brilliant. Following the shots were fluid. There was no like jumping from one scene to another. It was paced in a good way. There's some funny scenes in it. Typical school mentality. It's aimed at the younger kids, but I enjoyed watching it. It's got a new take on superhero. I think that's why I followed it, because it's a new superhero. He's not got tights on or a fucking mask. It's a 21st century high tech app, superhuman. And I'd like to see more development of the character. I'd love to see an Iboy too. He's basically like a cyborg, like Terminator 2. He's like Cyberdyne system, like reading all the systems and all that. He's like that, but without the guns. But I feel they could do a lot more with this film. It was good and I enjoyed watching it. But I do think there should have been a bit more action in it. But it's definitely worth watching. Definitely worth watching. Iboy. I'll give it. Because I love action and bloom, and there was no twists in it. It was quite linear. Girlfriend, something happens to girlfriend, blah blah, superhuman retaliates. But the way they told it, it was well storied. But I want to see more. I want to see more. Instead of I boy, I want to see I man or something like that. But with boom. with explosions, you know, crescendos of explosions. That's me, but that's my opinion. But definitely worth a watch. And I look forward to seeing more. I look forward to seeing more out of this Iboy. You know, he's not based from the 1930s. You know, last century, like Batman. Everyone was masked and that. He's just a normal looking kid, and he's so unlikely. And it's worth a watch. And I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. And I'll tell you why. Could have done better script writing with the better dialogue with Tom, the main character, and it kind of pans out in the middle, and you start switching off, and then it kicks in again, and it would have got like a 9 if there was like more pace to it, but it's just steady. But it's definitely worth a watch. Definitely worth a watch. But that's bye from me. All right, take care, guys.